Hi guys, James at Rampant Lion Reviews again for you today with another beer review. For this one we are going to head down to Nottingham for the first time in quite a wee while actually, and we're going to visit a brewery who I've never tried anything from, but I've heard some very good things about these guys. This one is down in Harry Meadows kind of neck of the woods, Blue Nose Beer Reviews. Make sure you check out his channel if you get the chance. But for this one we're going to try my first beer from Raptor Brewing Company. It's called Retrace the Steps, a New England IPA at 6.7%, and it should be pretty nice. The hop bill on this one is Citra, Chinook, Mosaic and Simcoe, so there should be some really nice juicy kind of fruity qualities to this beer. So looking forward to this one, and as always I hope you guys enjoy my take on this beer. So anyway, as is usual with my reviews then, I'll tell you a little bit about the brewery. If you want to get straight to the tasting, of course, just fast forward. All the usual links are in the description below. That's the brewery website, the link to my other reviews that I'll do in the future, hopefully, from Raptor Brewing Company. Very first time I'm trying one of their beers, of course. There's all the usual social media. If you want to see more beer reviews, do please consider subscribing to the channel. The whole channel, of course, has a geography based tagging system, so you can go into the home page and search for beer based on country, city, state, county, prefecture, whatever it is you're interested in. Do check out the playlist of beers from different countries. There is one there for all the English beers that I've reviewed for you. That's constantly being added to, and as always, please do get in touch and let me know some of the other beers and breweries that you guys would like to see me review. It's always great to hear from you guys that are watching the videos, and the support that you show the channel is hugely appreciated. So anyway, to tell you a little bit about Raptor then, on to my brewery notes. So Raptor are originally from Derby, and they started out as the home brewing experiments of Adam Henderson, and he had actually participated and won Brewdog's local home brewing competition back in 2015, and this really gave him the confidence to go and actually form his own business and start producing on the bigger scale. But a year later he joined forces with Tom Ainsley and Josh Meller, both of whom were former postmen, and the name Raptor that they use apparently is a take on Adam's kind of hypothetical glam rock band, but they had originally gone with Neon Tiger, but this was apparently too close to a well-known beer brand. I do wonder if they're referring to Tiger beer from Singapore when they say that actually. But they started producing in Sneinton Market in Nottingham in 2016, and they opened their tap room in Nottingham as well in June of this year, 2018 as well. So exciting times for these guys ahead. Their bar, when I was looking at the pictures and stuff of it, looks really nice. They're quite a prolific brewery. They've produced around 31 different beers over the couple of years that they've been open, so yeah, fairly prolific, and it's their IPAs and stuff that seem to be getting some real plaudits. So yeah, that's all you really need to know about the brewery just now. That was all the information I could find on them actually, but they seem to be doing some really good stuff, and as I said, I've heard some very good things about these guys. Ben at the Hop Knocker in Durham really recommended that I have a taste of this beer, so I'm looking forward to this one, and as always I hope you guys enjoy my take on it. So yeah, if you want to learn a little bit more about the brewery and stuff, do check out the website in the description below, follow them on Facebook and all this kind of thing. But let's have a taste of this beer then. So I'll just let you have a little look at the artwork quickly before we open up. There you can see the nice kind of neon lights for the label on this one, which I do really like. Retrace the Steps. It's this kind of trippy sort of spiral style of artwork, which is really cool. It says on the back here, Retrace the Steps is a double dry hopped New England IPA with masses of tropical flavour and aroma provided by the combination of Citra, Simcoe and Mosaic. The beer has a carefully constructed malt bill and water profile which contributes to the body and mouthfeel of this beer. It's soft, delicate and should be enjoyed as fresh as possible. So yeah, should be a really nice one. Best before November 2018. But yeah, nicely presented beer this, so I guess without further ado, let's get it out and we'll get on with the tasting. So yeah, nice little bit of smoky opening then, and we'll get it out and into the glass. It actually looks remarkably clear for a New England IPA. Maybe there's a little bit of the haze at the bottom, but we'll find out in a minute. But yeah, as you can see with this one, it's poured a really nice kind of bright golden yellow colour. There's a solid finger and a half of a frothy white head there, one or two big bubbles sticking towards the side of the glass, and quite a few little ones just heading up towards the bottom of that head there. But I think it's fair to say this is a bright kind of golden yellow colour in this beer. If I put my fingers behind the glass there, you can see there is a degree of transparency to this one, but I do suspect there might be a little bit of sedimentation in the can of this. So we'll take a drink of it just now, and then we'll see if there has indeed been some sedimentation. But yeah, looks a really nice beer this. So let's take a closer look at the aroma then and just see how we get on. Oh yeah, so straight away juicy fruity qualities jumping out of this one at you. The tangerine oranges for me are really noticeable in this one. There's a lot of mango coming out of it as well. The tangerines will be from the Mosaic, of course, the mangoes will be from the Citra, and there's a good bit of passion fruit coming out of this one as well, maybe a little bit of grapefruit as well. From what I gather, they use Chinook as the bittering hop in this one. So the grapefruity notes will be coming from the Chinook, but the passion fruit will be coming from the Simcoe. And it does have a little bit of that darker kind of tropical fruit note to it. There's a little bit of that blueberry note that is one of the complexities that you get from the Mosaic, and there's a little bit of a kind of lychee aroma coming out of the beer as well, which is nice. But as I always say, just take a little bit of time and enjoy the aroma of the beer before you get stuck into it, because that's always half the experience when it comes to the craft beers. There's a little bit of floral character to this one, definitely a little bit of floral aromaticity. Some juicy, I should say that the juicy fruits really are kind of pushing their way out with this one. It really is a juicy beer. A little bit of lighter kind of grassy quality, some kind of oaty and bready kind of qualities coming out of this one. A little bit of biscuity sweetness as well, I should say. But yeah, really, the aroma on this one just is a big kind of juicy, fruity IPA more than anything else. So as I always say, take a little bit of time and enjoy the aroma when it comes to your beers. It's always half the experience. But let's have a taste of this one then. So this one is the Retrace the Steps from the Neon Raptor Brewing Company, originally from Derby but now based in Nottingham down in England. Let's get stuck in. Slàinte, skål. Yeah, that's a pretty damn solid beer, I have to say. They've got a nice balance with it because it's got a good little bit of crispness to it. It's definitely got that kind of New England flavour, but it's almost got a little bit more of a kind of West Coast body to it, if that makes sense. But as I say, there might be some of the sediment in the can there, so we'll put that in a little second. But yeah, the hot, you know, it's definitely got that sort of West Coast body to it. But there you are. Let's just see. You can definitely see there is a little bit more kind of hazy quality to it now. So if you do get a little bit of sediment in it, it definitely comes out with that kind of West Coast body. But let's see how we get on with a little bit more of the haze in it then. Yeah, you can I was going to say, beforehand, the malt base had a little bit of a more biscuity kind of feel to it. There was a little bit of that bready quality there, but with the haze in the beer, it definitely has a little bit more of that kind of just blanket, that kind of oaty, bready blanket that you expect of the beer. So that white bready malt, that just blankets the middle of your palate, goes right across the middle of your tongue. You can feel the oaty creaminess in the middle of the palate too, and then just on top of that there's a nice little bit of a sweet kind of biscuity malt to the beer as well. Yeah, but it's mainly leaning towards that white bready quality. I don't know if it's quite a wheat malt. Did it say on the side if it had wheat malt in it? No. I know it does have a little bit of wheat malt in it. So yeah, that white bready quality that you're getting out of this one, it's that nice, smooth kind of wheaty flavour. You've got the kind of oaty creaminess on top of that then, right in the middle of your palate. You've got a sort of slightly sweeter, biscuity note, and of course the hops in this beer are really where the fun kind of starts to begin. So with this one, you've got a nice little touch of earthiness there at the back corners of the palate. That will be mainly from the Mosaic. I always find Mosaic can give you a little bit of that earthy quality. As you come further forward, there's a nice spicy floral aromatic note there. It's maybe bordering on pine resins from the Chinook, of course. But then round the very front curve of the palate, it just fades away and it becomes a little bit lighter and more grassy, I would say. But yeah, just behind the front curve of the palate, you can feel that little oily bubble where these fruity, juicy esters start to come out of the beer. So for this one, there's a little touch of grapefruit there, but that really is quite minimal. It's the passion fruit, I think, that's forming the backbone of this beer, and it's mixing in a really interesting way with the mango. It's almost just like a kind of tropical fruit bowl, this part of the beer. You can definitely feel the tangerine oranges coming out a little bit more kind of later on, and as you go further and further into the aftertaste of this one, you get the lychees, and I think the blueberries really starting to come out from the Mosaic as well. So there's a lot of fruity quality going on in this beer. I really do like how this one comes across. It's definitely one of the more kind of juicy IPAs that I've had, and I do like this kind of mouthfeel that it has, even though I'm saying you get a bit more of the haze when you pour in the sediment. It still does have a little bit of that kind of West Coasty feel to it. It does have a slightly more oily mouthfeel, this one, compared to some of the other New England IPAs that I've had, and I think that really suits this actually. Yeah, it definitely helps bring out a little bit more of that kind of juicy, fruity quality from the hops. So, you know, I would say to them on this one, a thumbs up to them. I think Neon Raptor, they've done a good job of this beer, and you know, I certainly wouldn't hesitate to drink it again. It does make me curious to try some of their other IPAs to see what they do with those, with different hops and things like that, but certainly they've done a good job of that. In terms of recommending this beer, you know, if you like a more kind of tropical leaning IPA, I think this one would suit you quite well actually. If you like a bit of oranges and blueberries and things like that, if you like the mosaic hop, I think you would quite enjoy this one as well, because it's got the tangerines and the blueberries coming out quite nicely as well. It's just the fruity qualities in this beer, I think, are the things that set it apart from some of the other ones that I've had, and the slightly more oily mouthfeel really brings those flavours out a little bit more. But yeah, in terms of the mouthfeel then, I would say this beer, mid-bodied, carbonation's very smooth. It really does lean towards the oily side of things a little bit more. It's definitely more of an oily New England IPA rather than some of the other ones that I've had, or compared to some of the other ones I've had, I should say. So a nice kind of sweet malt base in there. It's mainly quite smooth, but there is a little bit of that biscuity sweetness there. Good little bit of hoppy bitterness, but really this one for me leans towards the kind of juicy, fruity side of things, and that's where that kind of nice oily mouthfeel starts to come in. But a lovely, lovely beer, and one that I certainly wouldn't hesitate to drink it again. So yeah, let's leave it at that. The Retrace the Steps, a 6.7% New England IPA from Neon Raptor down in Nottingham in England. They've done a great job of this, and I certainly wouldn't hesitate to drink this one again, or try some of their other beers as well. So yeah, so once again, thank you for watching my beer reviews. Until the next time, please like, subscribe, share, all the usual YouTube stuff. Let me know your own thoughts on this beer in the comment section below. Let me know what your favourite beers are from Neon Raptor as well, and I'm sure that I'll be able to return to these guys in the fairly near future. It's been great to review this one for you. As I say, I hope you've enjoyed my take on it, and I will catch you guys very soon. Slàinte just now.